Ooh, yeah. Conqueror. Baby girl. Take 'em off. Your insecurities. Be yourself. Oh, yeah. No, baby, don't mind me. I won't judge you. Never. So put your mind at ease. Oh, yeah. Don't hold back. No. Just open your heart to me. And you make me weak in the knees. Baby, come just as you are. We can see it's written in the stars. You and me share something beautiful. So beautiful. So baby, just come as you are. Come as you are, come as you are. Just as you are. Come as you are, come as you are. Just as you are. Come as you are, come as you are. Just as you are. Take 'em down, girl. All these walls you've built to protect.
This is the first day of my life.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody new.
Thank you all. Before we get started, I just want to give a little personal words real quick. Scott and CJ, when I got the text, not the call, to officiate your wedding, it was like 10 o'clock at night. And my amazing boyfriend was in bed, and I'm not a crier. And I walked in a room teary-eyed. I was like, oh my God. Scott and CJ asked me to officiate their wedding. And I was like, that is probably one of the biggest honors I've ever had in my entire life, because to me, finding your soulmate, your partner, your husband, your wife, is one of the most amazing things that you can ever do in life. That's something money can't buy. That's something that, anyone can take from you. Love is one of the most amazing things. And sometimes you may not find your partner, but as long as you have love through family or friends, that's always the most amazing thing you have. So with all you guys being here today, they love you and consider yourself just as part of the family, blood or not family. Thank you. Well, let's get started. Dear Scott and CJ, family and friends, we are here today at the stunning Las Caletas Beach to participate in the most joyous occasion. We are here to celebrate one of the greatest moments in life by acknowledging the wedding of Scott and CJ. Welcome, everyone. Scott and CJ, today, before your family and friends, you are proclaiming your love for, your trust in, and your loyalty to the one you cherish above all others. Marriage has been described as living in love with your best friend, and love is one of the few constants in the universe. Only love is capable of joining lives being by their deepest essence, uniting, completing, and fulfilling them. Before you are married in my presence, and before your family and friends, I am to remind you of the serious and binding nature of the relationship you are now about to enter, but also of the many joys and special moments that it will bring you. They say that marriage is not something to be entered into lightly. And in many ways, they are right. When you choose a life partner, you are choosing a lot of things. You may be choosing a parenting partner and someone who will deeply influence your family, your eating companion for about 20,000 meals. But since you're from LA, that's going to be about 10,000. Your travel companion for hundreds of vacations, your primary leisure time and retirement friend, your career therapist, and someone whose day you will hear about approximately 8,000 times. That's pretty intense. So while I agree that marriage should not be entered into lightly, I always suggest that you do take it lightly with lots of humor, trust, and laughter, because only then will you both be truly able to enjoy each other's company and accept each other's love and unconditional support. At this time, we'll proceed with the vows Scott and CJ have prepared for each other. So Scott and CJ, will you both face each other? Scott? CJ, will you proceed with your vows, please?
Scotty, you're my best friend, my accomplice, my teacher, my confidant, and more than anything, you're the love of my life. Okay. I never imagined 8 years ago a short trip to Laguna Beach would change my life forever.
You're good, girl. Put that mic up.
All right. Over the last 8 years, we have created some amazing memories, gone through some amazing adventures, even had our fair share of fights. But every day, I have fallen deeper and deeper in love with you. And standing here today in front of all of our families and friends, I have never been more sure of anything that I'm in love with you. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So today I promise you this. I will laugh with you through times of joy, comfort with you in times of sorrow. I'll be your ally in conflict and your greatest fan and your toughest adversary, your student and your teacher, your accomplice in all your shenanigans. And this is my vow to you. You will always be my equal and my best friend.
Love you.
Get down.
Okay.
And Scott, will you please proceed with your vows?
Yes. Okay, babe. From the moment we met on that perfect day at Laguna Beach, you've always surprised me, captivated me, and challenged me like no person ever has. I fall in love with you. Oh, God. I fall in love with you over and over again countless times with no hesitation. And I still can't believe that today I get to marry my best friend and the love of my life. You are kind, thoughtful, and you have the sweetest heart, and you are shamelessly handsome. However, your heart is more beautiful than your exterior. I'm so proud of the person you are, and I truly believe you make me a better person. Being in your arms is my favorite place on earth, and our love has always been so simple. Since the moment I met you, we fit together so naturally, and I always knew you were the one. I know that our love will never fade, that we will always find strength in each other, and that we will continue to grow side by side on this crazy journey of ours. As I've given you a hand to hold, so I give you my life to keep. I promise to be true to you, to uplift and support you, to remember that neither one of us is perfect, but in so many ways we are perfect for each other. I promise to try really hard not to take 2-hour showers. and if someday, if the stars align, I might even let you win an argument. You are a part of everything I think and do and feel, and with you by my side, I know anything is possible. As we continue this crazy adventure together, there will be many uncertainties, but the one thing I'll always be certain of is that I love you, and I will continue to love you forever. You are and always will be the love of my life. I will always love you without reservation, cherish you and hold you in the highest regard. I will support you and comfort you, inspire you, and be honest and faithful to you. I will stand by your side in sickness and in health, and even in a zombie apocalypse. These things I give to you today and the rest of the days of our life.
All right. And with these words spoken, Scott, do you pledge to be true to CJ, to respect and to grow with him through the years, no matter what you may encounter together? Do you vow here that this love will be your only love and will make your home in his heart from this day forward? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Now, CJ, with these words spoken, do you pledge to be true to Scott, to respect him, and to grow with him through the years, no matter what you may encounter together? Do you vow here that this love will be your only love, and will you make your home in his heart from this day forward? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Thank you. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. May I please have the rings? The wedding ring traditionally is a symbol of unbroken circle of love, as it has neither a beginning nor an end. It should always remind those who wear it of the sacredness of marriage and the love that feeds it. Scott and CJ, your rings are intimately associated with your intent to honor and treasure the vows you have made today. By exchanging rings, resolve to live your vows and not let them drift into shallow promises. Believe and trust that the words you have spoken have the capacity to create the marriage, family, and life of your dreams. And the rings you do exchange will have the power to return you to your vows. Okay, hold hands. Scott, as you place this ring on CJ's finger, will you please repeat after me? CJ, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
CJ, I give this ring as a sign of our marriage.
And a lasting reminder of the vows made between us today. I give you this ring as a reminder that I will love, honor, and cherish you. At all times, in all places. And CJ? And CJ, as you place this ring on Scott's finger, will you please repeat after me as well? Scott, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage and as a lasting reminder of the vows made between us today. I give you this ring as a reminder that I will love, honor, and cherish you at all times, in all places. Now these rings mark the beginning of a long journey together. Wear them proudly, for these are symbols that speak of love you both have for each other. Could you please face your family and friends? Ladies and gentlemen, Scott and CJ have demonstrated in your presence today their belief in their love and their desire to live together in matrimony. If you also believe in their love and wish to add your blessing on their marriage today, please respond now by saying, we do. We do. Also, and are you all willing to sustain and strengthen this marriage by giving Scott and CJ the public commitment of your love and support through all the ups and downs ahead of them? If you're willing, please say, "We are."
We are.
Now that you have joined yourself in matrimony, may you strive always to meet this commitment. With the same spirit you are now shining, we all bear witness to this ceremony. And no one, and I mean no one, can break this bond that has been formed today. From Las Caletas and the power invested in me by the internet, it is my honor to pronounce you husband and husband. You may both kiss your groom. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. I give you the newlyweds, Scott and CJ.
People, give it up, come on!
Okay. Hey everybody. I'd like to do a little toast and thank everybody for coming out and making this the best day of our lives. We have our blood family here and our chosen family here, and I mean, in our eyes, it's all one big family. And we love each and every one of you guys, and it means the world that you took time out of your lives and saved your pennies and came way out here to this deserted little beach out in the middle of nowhere. And on behalf of me and CJ, we love and thank you guys, and enjoy dinner, and let's have fun tonight. Cheers. So right now I'm going to pass it to the dads, and they're going to give a little toast.
I started out thinking about how I was going to crack some jokes, and I inevitably led back to the same thing. I'm so freaking proud of you boys today. Just, it makes my heart hurt. I love you guys to death. I watch you guys struggle over the years. You guys scratched and clawed your way up, and you guys are doing so well, and you guys are so happy. I watched CJ come back and plan all this, how you're going to go back to the beach, and guys are proposing to each other and all this, and I'm, you know. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you guys. I wish you just a long and happy, happy life. There you go, buddy.
Not everybody knows I'm kind of a nerdy, kind of an engineering kind of guy. I mean, when CJ was, we're going to have CJ. I took out the books, man. We're going to do this right. We're going to do this right. Cheryl gets pregnant. We decide, okay, I'm gonna go with the, learn all this stuff, man. I got the book tells me do it this way. We're gonna just be this way. Well, night CJ comes out. CJ, the water breaks, and I look over and I look at Cheryl and said, "What's the book say?" And she goes, "I think we're supposed to go to the hospital." Okay, let's get the book out. And I did this. So I'm looking down this instruction. So we go on the way to the hospital. They say, "Oh, it's gonna take 8 hours," and so then I'm going to the hospital, and she's, "Okay, we gotta go faster." And I'm thinking, we're not gonna make it. And then I get there, and I'm thinking, these freaking books are just they're not right. A little bit later on, though, in high school, CJ came out, and I said, screw these books. And Ashley's over here. She's a good friend and helped us get through everything, learn things, and everything. And then CJ comes home, and he's happy. And CJ's rigid. Gotta go, gotta get everything done. And he comes home and he's just happy, And he says, "I met somebody." So, it's amazing to me, and there was a time they met, and then they came up, and they had to live with us. I don't know if everybody knew this. They had to live with us for a little while. We had one bathroom for 5 people. You need to ask Cheryl what a 5-gallon bucket is, if she'll. There's no way getting in the bathroom for 2.5 hours. But there's a time during that time that CJ was really sick. He got cold or flu, and I was at work, and Cheryl calls me out and says, "Hey, Scott's over here. He just got medicine. He's doing this," and I just knew that not only it just wasn't fun. He was taking care of him. And I love that. I don't know if you guys know a movie, Parenthood. You guys are probably most of you are too young. Yeah. But there's a scene in there when the grandma comes up. The grandma says, "I can't." He says, "Everybody wants to go to this fair and they want to ride the merry-go-round." And she says, "The merry-go-round's boring. It just goes around and around." She says, "I want to go on a roller coaster." Damn it, I want to stay on your roller coaster because it's been freaking great. I love you guys.
So Scott and CJ, I've known you for a very, very long time in my life, and it has been a true pleasure the entire time. I've met Scott at Tiger Heat. I'm sure most of you did too. And those nights have never changed, and I wouldn't take any of that for granted, even currently. This event has been unbelievable for, I think, all of us. It's one of the best weddings I've ever been to, amongst my friends. And I just think that this has been meticulous and so perfect and true to Scott and CJ, exactly what it should have been. I love the love you guys share together, and I've been able to live with you and experience it and travel with both of you. I love you both so much, and I'm so proud of both of you for this whole entire experience that you provided for us, but I can't believe I was able to share it with you both. I love you and you know it, and I really, really wish Dexter was here. I mean, I've picked up his poop, I've done all of it, and I'll tell you what, I would do it for you any time you ever need it. I'm happy to be here. I've even stayed with Scott and CJ, with the parents. Thank you for letting me into your holidays. I want it to be funny tonight, and I just don't think that it's necessary. Because I am the goofball of this group, and I say a lot of things I shouldn't, so today I'm going to refrain. But I really, really, really do. This is one of my favorite places to visit, and to be able to experience this with you both is truly one of my favorite things in the world. And I did that to conceal my concealer.
Yeah.
Was that rude? Honestly, I went to college with CJ for a year in Cal Poly, and and I was thinking about saying something, and I thought about, all the memories and stuff, and I thought to myself, wow, I got drunk a lot. But CJ always took care of me, and I'm so happy that you found someone to take care of you for the rest of your life. You guys are both the most generous, kind, caring people I've ever met in my life, and it's so rare to find people like that, and even more rare to have people find each other like that, and we're all so happy that you found each other, and I love you to death, and congratulations.
Who's next? Oh, not the light now, baby.
Get it, girl.
Hey everyone, hi, my name's Jimmy. You guys are all so beautiful. Thank you so much all for coming here today. I know that, the ones I do know, you're probably on a budget and you're here for the open bar and the buffet, but that's fine. So don't be too thirsty or hungry. Please save that for the club later. I actually wrote a speech, but you know what? I'm just gonna talk to you from my heart. I met Scott back in 2009. We were at White Party in Palm Springs, and I just remember it was at this pool party, this gorgeous house, and I just see at the pool this really tanned with a hint of orange and really bleached blonde hair, just yes girl, yes, popping off like that. I was like, oh my goodness, who is that? And I was kind of intimidated at first. I was like, oh my God, is he gonna I don't know, shame me or whatever? And then I had the courage to just go up, and then he was so nice and so real and so down to earth. I was like, oh my God, this dude is so cool. And so we hung out that night and pretty much the whole weekend. And when we went back to LA, we just developed a friendship. And to this day, 8 years later, I can say Scott is one of my best friends. And I remember when CJ and Scott first met, it was West Street in Laguna Beach, and I remember we were playing volleyball, and Scott was like, did you see that guy over there? I go, which one? And because there were so many blondes, there's always so many blondes, and he was like, that blonde right there. I go, yeah, what about him? He goes, he's cute. I'll go, yeah. And then, they hung out, and oh my goodness, we are here today. And I also want to say that, they welcomed me into their home about 3 months ago. I was like, hey, Scott, I want to move back to LA. And they were like, girl, we have a room here. I was like, really? Can I move in? He was like, yeah, let me, just talk to CJ first. And then, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm there. And living with them has literally opened my eyes to the beautiful and unconditional love they have for each other. They seriously complement each other so well. Scott does his thing, he comes home, CJ does his things, he cooks, and then everything's good, and then they go to bed. It's just such a beautiful thing. And I can see where CJ's patience and calmness and unconditional love come from is from his parents. And I just want to end with a quote. Marriage is not about finding the person you can live with. It's about finding the person you cannot live without. And my best friend has found that person. So please, we can just all raise a glass. Here's to a lifetime of happiness and love for Scott and CJ. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. Thank you. Thank
And now is Daniel. Well, then, hello. I'll go with the theme. I met Scott at Here Lounge, and I'll just keep the theme going. And I tripped, actually, and Scott caught me. He legit, caught me and was like, hey. And someone walked up to me like, this is Scott Craig, fall in love. You guys will love each other. He's amazing. And then from that day, that theme kind of continued. Before I get into that, for 2 years before I meet CJ, all Scott talked about was CJ. He was like, oh, this guy's amazing. He's an SF. I'm going to go. He had so many good things to say. So CJ had a lot of expectation, a high expectation. But he was amazing.
But throughout our friendship, you guys have always been such a good rock. You've carried me. Last year, you guys basically saved my life just being there for me. And so your friendship means the world, and I love you guys, so congratulations.
Well, since none of the people from Arkansas want to talk, I'll talk on behalf. Give you a little bit of Arkansas Scott. Sometimes I tell people there's two Scotts. There's an LA Scott and an Arkansas Scott. But first, because we keep talking about how we met Scott, let me tell you how I met CJ. When I first met CJ, I was like, oh, hey. And that was pretty much it. And then I met him again, and I was like, oh, hey. Because I know my friend Scott, she has a high turnover rate. But after years, CJ kept coming around, and me and my partner and one of my good friends had dinner with them in LA last October. I went home that night and I told Bill, I said, you know what? I get it. CJ compliments. He's so grounded. You know, I have a mentor who mentors me in my relationship, and one thing he said to me years ago was, there can't be two crazies in a relationship, and you're the crazy. There can't be two crazies in a relationship. Guess who's the crazy? But CJ, I love you. Now, a little bit about Scott. I met Scott when I was 19 or 20. And I didn't like him, and he didn't like me. And one day we had this friend, mutual friend, who went out of town, and we both wanted to go out. He was like, do you want to go out? I'm like, yeah, I'll go out with you. And then we got in the car, and he was like, are you gay? I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. Okay, we about to turn up. I was like, but one thing that's always stood out about me and Scott is, I remember one of the first times I met Scott, and Scott, we were talking about religion, which you know Scott is an atheist. And Scott to me is like, I'm atheist. I was like, well, I'm a Christian. He's like, you're not going to say anything about it? I said, no. He said, well, since I moved from California, you're the first person who didn't judge me for that. And I was like, no, I will never judge you for that because that's not what Christianity is about. And he's always respected me, and I've always respected him. And I always tell people, I have a best friend that's atheist. We can always get along like that because it's not about judging others what they believe in. Just as long at the end of the day, you're a good person. But I will tell you this story about being a good person. So when we were young in our 20s, Scott, Chris, John, all of us, we used to go and turn up in Little Rock. And one day, you know, we would pop off, say smart stuff to people. And so one time, we got into it with somebody. I got into it with somebody. And I always felt horrible afterwards. Like, oh, I should have said that they were ugly or whatever like that. And Scott was like, you know what, Jamel? We're just alike. But the only difference is when we go off on them, you feel bad. I don't. But anyway, congratulations. Thank you once again for allowing me to officiate your wedding. Everyone enjoy. Thank you so much.
Is this on? I'd like to say thank you, Jamel, for officiating the wedding. You did an amazing freaking job, and we love you.
Alrighty. I don't do speeches, and I didn't plan on this at all. I just came up to say how much I love you guys and how much you guys mean to me. And you guys really mean the world to me, so I just wanted to let everybody know.
All right, I have one more. There we go. Do it.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Do I have to walk up here? Okay. I would need a stool. I don't have a ton to say other than I've known Scott and CJ for maybe 5 years now, and I've always been so moved by the love that you guys have for each other. And I know I speak for everyone here that I am just so honored to be here and share this with you. And I love you both with all my heart, and thank you for having all of us. And to Scott and CJ. Oh, I love you both so much.
Oh, Scotty and I have had some crazy growing up stories, but I'm not even going to go there with it. I'll leave it alone. But I wanted to let you know, Jason, my brother, his cousin, is just, he's sorry he couldn't be here, but he's so proud of you. He's so happy and he's so excited to meet you, CJ. And my sister Crystal is also sorry she couldn't be here, but she's also so proud of you guys, and my dad and my mom. We love you guys so much. I'm so happy that you have done this amazing job. This is the best wedding ever. I don't know who's going to be able to top this. I don't think anybody will. But I love you guys so much, and my son loves you guys so much, and he's so looking forward to you guys babysitting him once a week. So anytime you guys are ready for him, he's ready. But I love you, and just keep laughing and love, and just all the best. I love you. Anytime. He's coming over.
So what I wanted to say was, have you guys met Scott and CJ, and that the fact that they're so different? So I remember, like, when I was talking to CJ about the wedding about 6 months ago, he told me the entire itinerary, what I should do, where I should be. And about 2 hours ago, Scott said, you should probably talk. You should give people a conversation. So I just really wanted to say that I love you two guys. You've always been there for me, and, like, you two define relationships, and you're something that I aspire to be. And I just think you two guys are amazing, and someday I hope to be half as happy as you two guys are.
Do I have any more talkers? Yes. I've got about 10 minutes left, babe. Live it up.
Okay, this is officially the first wedding speech I've ever given, so please, yeah, I don't have shoes on because I'm 9,000 feet tall. Anyway, so I've been CJ's friend since long before he was out, so his dad thought we were hooking up and we weren't. But anyways, so as a friend before he was out, spending every day together, I had my suspicions. I'd be like, CJ, you know, if you were gay, we could check out guys together. I'm not gay. And then it's like the day we get back from winter break and we meet in the parking lot, and he's like, so you want to go check out guys with me after school? And I'm like, finally. And that was a great moment. Anyways, we've been best friends since like our first trip to Branch Street Deli. Anyways. And then you, first time I met, it was like, hi. Second time, we're drinking mimosas. And we're talking, and he goes, oh my God, I love Great Danes and champagne too. And I was like, best friends, we're good. So anyways, I'm just very happy to see you so happy and beautiful, and I love you both so much.
Thank you. Anybody else? Damn it. All right, well then I guess that's a wrap. I guess nobody else has anything else to say. I do have to say though, I want to get married for once in my life after this. So thanks a lot. Keep that bouquet to yourself.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, shall I stay? Would it be a sin? Oh, if I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life. Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes. Rest your head close to my heart, never to part, baby of mine. Little one, when you play, pay no heed what they say. Let your eyes sparkle and shine, never.
Big round of applause, everybody. Beautiful moment in Las Canetas. And now, it is time to party, ladies and gentlemen. Get in the dance floor and DJ, give me some great music tonight. Vámonos!
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get on. I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel
Prepare yourselves. This is showtime. All right. So family and friends, now we are getting ready for throwing the little black book. So everybody get in the dance floor if you want CJ and Scott contacts. Yes.
All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up in the club. You just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. You decided to dip, and now you want a trip 'cause another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Just crying my tears, get 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. 'Cause if you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see that he want it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Oh, 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 If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see that he want it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. I got gloss on my lips, a man on my hips, and me tighter than my dairy on jeans. Acting up, drinking my cup. I can care less what you think. I need no permission. Did I mention? Don't pay him any attention. 'Cause you had your turn, and now you're gonna learn what it really feels like to miss me. 'Cause if you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see that he want it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Oh, 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 If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see that he want it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't treat me to these things of the world. I'm not that kind of girl. Your love is what I prefer, what I deserve. Is a man that makes me, then takes me and delivers me to a destiny, to infinity and beyond. Pull me into your arms, say I'm the one you want. If you don't, you'll be alone, and like a ghost, I'll be gone. All the single ladies.